Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video, and this is a pretty damn exciting one because we're finally, maybe, going to see what's going on with Alleria. This is the Marksmanship Hunter questline, and based off the name of the artifact weapon, well, we might be meeting a certain somebody who has been teased at us by the game's menu screens for a very long time. So we find ourselves here on the Broken Shore with Farisa, about to embark on some sort of quest, and this quite literally is the start of the artifact quest. Well, bar one very quick mission, which is to fly over here, which I kind of ended up losing, but basically, they have captured a demon. This demon has told them that apparently Alleria is on a particular world, but of course, they think it's a trap, so we're going to be going in and seeing what the hell's up, and hopefully finding Alleria, who is one of the very major lore characters in that she is supposed to have, along with Turalyon, very key knowledge about whatever the hell's going on with the Legion. Not that we really know what that is, because we haven't really seen them in a long time, which is kind of the point. So this guy apparently never very good at orders, he's just bloody ran his way through. So now we need to go in and save his ass. So through the portal. And we are now on what I assume is another Legion portal world, which are quite a common occurrence. We've got Mard Doom and one or two others. All of them very, very cool looking. Let's ascend to the rise and see what we're up against. Fair enough. Oh, already we're up against some demons. Lovely stuff. I'm going to be using my my favorite spec to fight them off. That was not said in seriousness, but hey, what can you do? You know what? I'm actually interested enough in the lore, not really to care about the gameplay for now. So that's the first demon dead. Keep moving. That was only the first. Yes, indeed. I kind of expected that. And yeah, very, very cool looking world. Generally, you know, anything that's based off the Mard Doom tile set looks extremely impressive. Okay, loads of enemies here. I'm probably just going to let her do the majority of the tanking, if I can. Of course, I don't have a pet. I don't have the option of a pet, which means that actually an MM Hunter is in a kind of strange position when it comes to AoE, because the Dark Ranger talent, you know, it doesn't really proc all the time, so you can be left without a pet or really anything to tank damage for you. So it's a little bit of a strange situation for one to be in if you're used to playing a hunter. Because while Lone Wolf is cool, I mean, you wouldn't level with the damn thing. Anyhow, let's just carve our way through the rest of these guys. All dying pretty easily so far. I suppose MM is still doing very high damage for not that much effort, which is, I suppose, the theme of hunters. Much to the distress of numerous YouTube commenters. Right, stage 3, search for your allies. Go deeper into the Legion territories to locate this fool of a person who ran ahead. And of course, Alleria. That structure in the distance must be the cathedral. Lead on, I'm with you. So that's what a Legion cathedral looks like. Sadly, I cannot get through this invisible wall to skip the mob. But I can attack him through the wall and make him kind of run, which is very handy for me. And yeah, very, very high damage. Of course, all this damage you're seeing here is, this is me at level 100, so it's not like there's any weird number scaling or anything going on. Yeah, doing quite nice deeps. Right, there's a whole bunch of dead imps. I'm finding the AoE of this is more interesting than the single target, and I did say that I anticipated that in my video about this spec, which, it's funny, I know that was a video that was, well, a little bit controversial. Generally, it's like that anytime I criticize the game. It's kind of funny, I am positive about something and people say, oh, you're a Blizzard sellout, and as soon as I'm critical, they seem to get very angry. Anyway, so far, pretty damn cool quest, and obviously what's, you know, the really interesting stuff is yet to come. Well then, brilliant news, we're at this guy, so hopefully there'll be some narrative content starting off soon here. Yeah, so, you know, it definitely is more engaging in AoE, but at the end of the day, single target is going to be the majority of a lot of boss fights. Right then, so she is a little bit distressed about this guy, who doesn't seem to be, he seems to be completely alive, so really not that much to be worried about at the minute. Ah, we need to defeat the Hound Mistress and save this guy. So here's the Hound Mistress. If you ever wondered what a Hound Mistress looks like, well, there you go, that's a Hound Mistress. I've got quite a lot of, well, I've got a few cooldowns anyway that I can use to really do crazy damage to her as quickly as I can, though it probably would have been prudent of me to wait for Alleria to attack so that she would have basically soaked up the damage. Anyway, not much I can do at this stage other than kill this person before I die. As you can see, though, like, pretty fast damage I was able to do there. Of course, a little bit low on health, but I can always use Exhilaration, which will instantly heal me for 50% of my total health. Very handy in a clutch situation. Brilliant, that's that done, and oh, He just fell over dead. That's a little bit unfortunate. Stage 5, Quiet the Herald. Enter the cathedral and defeat this guy. You believe yourselves worthy to enter the cathedral and come forth and be tested. Damn, fair enough. Lot of dead people, all victims of the Inquisition. So the Inquisition, if you're not aware, are a kind of new Burning Legion group that, well, basically they go around hunting for, powerful people, and they seem to kill them. They actually killed a very, very important lore character, but I'm not really going to tell you about that in this video, because you didn't really sign up for that particular spoiler, I suppose. Anyway, as much as me plowing through a few mobs, is, terribly interesting, I might just skip ahead for the sake of keeping this video fun for you guys to watch. Brilliant stuff, so that's brilliant. So that's those two guys dead, and I'm probably just going to run right up here and, deal with whatever the hell I manage to pull when I actually arrive. Well, hang on, I am a hunter. I could always just feign. Yeah, being a hunter is nice sometimes. You stand on the threshold of oblivion. Your lives belong to the Inquisition. Lovely stuff. I suppose I'll just leave Alleria over there to fend for herself. She's powerful. I'm sure she'll be fine. What's this guy like? 1 million health. Shouldn't be too hard for me to defeat based on that hound mistress person anyway. And I do actually have this boar in here which will be taunting for me. Very, very useful. Apparently not taunting that much. Okay, that's him dead. So we need to defeat High Inquisitor or Malden or whatever and his guardian eyes. Right, so that's the Inquisitor dead. We need to find this, like, big, powerful person, who I assume is whoever the hell is, holding Alleria. Maybe holding her hostage, I don't know. Anyway, let's cut through the rest of these, demon guys. There seem to be these bizarre eye creatures. That's a pretty darn cool NPC. The Inquisition sees all, every truth, every lie. It's nice that they've added a little bit more depth to the Burning Legion's rank and file, though. Because for the longest time it was just, it's the Burning Legion. Bunch of demons, very evil. But getting to see substructures within that is always nice. Gives a bit more depth to the enemy. And I suppose with them being such a major, part of World of Warcraft Legion, it's about time Blizzard did something like that. Yeah, don't want to sound like a broken record, but this definitely is feeling a lot more engaging when I'm in an AoE scenario. Funny I say that while I'm basically an ice cube who can't do anything. Okay, that's all of them dead. We should be about time to actually attack this boss. Now, this color palette really does paint quite an impressive looking scene, doesn't it? So here he comes. What have you done with Alleria? Yeah, what have you done? Oh shit, she's been captured too. That's probably not a good thing, though I do have True Shot up. We'll be able to blast this guy into oblivion. Oh yeah, we're able to attack him already. He's tearing into my mind. Right, well, better sooner than later then. I shouldn't really put all my dots up like that, because the whole thing about True Shot is that you do get your, vulnerability procs from Arc Shot, but never mind. This is not the most highly demanding scenario ever. Oh dear, I appear to be completely frozen. I may have completely cocked that up. At any rate, I'm going to get out of here super quickly. Oh dear. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Hopefully, I won't be a complete idiot this time. Yeah, he seems to, he channels in his, little dudes from, I think, this, middle portion area, so we'll probably just deal with them as they come. Seems like the more sustainable option for the long term. It's doing a little bit of damage to me, but I always have exhilaration up my sleeve. Oh dear. Actually, quite a few of these guys have spawned, but I can just kite them pretty easily. The only thing about kiting is I can't exactly use aim shot when I'm kiting, but that's really not much of a big deal. Brilliant stuff. So that's the High Inquisitor dead. That's her freed. And I guess we just need to press on. They could totally be doing a bait and switch with the lore of this. So it is, of course, always possible that this entire operation was done under bad information, because it was from an interrogated demon, and demons, they're generally tricksy bastards. So, I suppose we're going to find out when we go inside this cathedral. Was she here for days, years, centuries? Huh. By the light, there's her bow, Thastera. Okay, so her bow is here. I would suggest that she's been here. This whole thing's, I don't know, a little bit spooky. They've got some very nice kind of whispering sound effects here. Alleria was here. Her bow's presence is proof of that. I'd wager she escaped, and the Inquisition hoped to lure her back. It is a bow worthy of a hero like Alleria, a hero like you. With this bow in your hands, the Legion will tremble. So she wants us to take the bow. Dark days lie ahead. And, okay, well, looks like we're actually not really getting to find that much, or find out that much about her. Kind of unfortunate. But there's the bow itself. Very cool bow, actually. I've looked at pretty much all of its models already. So let's go talk to her again. I suspect she'll want it back eventually. Oh shit, Gorlex the Flesh Ripper. Find the invaders, retake the cathedral, slaughter them all. Yeah, well, I suppose we're just going to need to slaughter them back, aren't we?
To the bitter end.
I thought, oh wait, no, of course, at the start, she talked about having a sort of secret little device to portal us back. So there you go, that's pretty much the marksmanship hunter thing. A very short quest line. Unfortunately, little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I was kind of hoping for some major lore there, maybe a history or a mystery to hunt down, but it doesn't really look like that happened. And now we just need to go back to the Hunter's Reach in Dalaran, which is where this questline kind of all gets kicked off from, but it's just clerical stuff. It's not really that much fun to watch, and I assume we're going to be shot off to the True Shot Lodge, which is the Hunter class hall. Yep, and we're just going to be going to True Shot Lodge again, so I'll hop back on my yak. I actually never did a video on the Survival Hunter Artifact quest. It wasn't that great, if I'm honest. Like, it was pretty cool, but nothing special. So it is definitely worth me showing you what the True Shot Lodge is like. So I'm actually flying through High Mountain at the minute. I just wanted to show you that this place is really pretty. I mean, really, at just about any time of day and any lighting, this zone is absolutely beautiful. Blizzard have done some really, really great work with the World of Legion, and I know I haven't really focused on showing you guys that, but that's just because I get the impression that more people are interested about how their class is going to play, and kind of want to leave seeing the zones and all that to when, like, you're actually playing it for the first time, so you see it new. I will probably do some zone tours and overviews, but that's not my biggest focus. Anyway, here we are at True Shot Lodge.
I am honored.
So, if I just talk to these people pretty quickly, we get a tale about the hidden path, or the unseen path. Basically, the idea is that for all this time, there's been a kind of group of elite hunters in and around here. So yeah, founded after the War of the Ancients to safeguard against just about any threat, really. So from the Broken Isles, they've watched and waited for the Legion's return. Of course, they've now returned, so these guys have finally got something to do. So when they went to build this place, it was blessed by an eagle spirit. Lovely stuff, you know, some nice lore. The lodge itself is very, very nice looking. So over the centuries, most of my fellow watchers have been lost. You know, I do find the lore of that a little bit strange. These people have basically been sitting around here for 10,000 years, like living and dying and not really doing anything to help. But fair enough. So they've basically sort of chosen you as the leader. The idea is they've been basically talent scouting for the strongest hunter in the world, and now that you finally arrived, as, you know, the dog's bollocks, along with all the other player hunters. Oh yeah, we are the Watchers in the Wild, the Eagle in the Wind. Basically, they're doing a Game of Thrones reference in a bit, guys. So very original, very original. And there is the Eagle Spirit who has popped up to say hello, which is pretty cool. Lots of nice little lore things here. As much as I might be a little bit dry about some of them, that's just how I am. Overall, it's nice. It does work. And from a visual perspective, this is probably my favorite class hall. It quite literally covers everything that I like. From a visual perspective, I mean, look at this. This is fucking beautiful. Brilliant work. Really happy about this. So I'm just going to head in here and we'll be taking a look at the artifact weapon so you can find out a little bit about what it does. So here's this guy. Talk to him. And we will be using this altar to actually modify it. So here's the weapon up close. Right now, you know, it's a basic enough bow, but I actually like it looking like that. Though there are loads of different color variants, including a crossbow. We've got one that looks a bit like Sylvanas' bow. That red version's really damn cool looking. A few other different variants. We'll probably have more in the final game, but overall, that's what you're looking at there. We've got Wind Burst, so you focus the power of your bow to do 30,000 damage. And leave behind a trail of wind, and if allies walk in that wind, they get a speed boost, 45-second cooldown, and then its passive effect is that it will, basically whenever you cast aim shot, there is a chance for 6 wind arrows to shoot off at your target. Nice enough little weapon. So I'll talk to this guy, and I think the final thing that we get is our Hearthstone back to here, and what it is actually really cool. An eagle swoops in, picks you up and drops you off here. I don't know if the visual's fully in yet, though. Of course, we can choose our, starting point in the campaign map. So here's Val'Shara, which is probably where I'll be taking this character. There you go, that's that chosen.
Victory
We can talk to her again, and we get Call Eagle Spirit.
The reckoning
Brilliant
is
stuff.
at
So if I
hand.
use this, we'll be able to see what the visual effect is. So you kind of kneel down, all this grass like sort of swirls in around you, and hopefully this is like the warrior one where you get a really cool spell effect. Yeah, so this eagle appears and we get swept away. Of course, it didn't actually have to load because I was already in this zone. Anyway, guys, that's basically it for what's going on with the Marksmanship Hunter. A little bit of a weak quest, but it certainly is hinting at some extremely interesting lore that I assume they are going to be covering in a class and spec agnostic way, because it is dealing with such a major character to the lore. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you next time.